Hello and welcome. I'm on the lot, on the used lot, and it's time to go to work in luxury with our '09 Cadillac DTS. Now, this DTS has a 4.6 Northstar, as they all did, 275 horsepower. Look at that, it's even got front parking sensors. Isn't that something for back then? Oh, they didn't have that yet. HID headlights. See how the water's beating on it? Do you know why that is? Well, because it is very, very low miles. Now, this always bothers me. I always talk about this. Look at this curb rash on this car. Okay. Edna Gershmildehide, who probably owned this car, can't drive because she's 100. And that's a problem. Okay, that is a real problem. So we've got our Michelins on here, Defenders. Very, very nice. Just the way we like it. 235 55R 17th. That would have been amazing back then. Just amazing. We have our DOT number right here. So we're going to look at the year. Go to the end of it. These were made in the 9th week of 2022. So these are pretty new tires. And they feel like they have a lot of tread on them. On an old car like this, you really want to check that DOT number on the tires to make sure they're not 15 years old, because we're going to show that this car only has 37,667 miles on it. And that's not bad. Very unusual. I tried to look it up on the website, the dealer website. It isn't listed, so that's pretty nice. So I don't know what they want for it. See, this for probably a few $100s, I'm sure they have a deal with one of the places in town, you can get these fixed, okay? You can get them repaired, and they would look a lot better. It would make the car really stand out. That kind of stuff should be done. Oh, this still has the fender badge, too. Do you remember this thing? That ended in 2010, so I think the next year, this would have been the last year for those fender badges on GM cars. So we know it's before that. And so the DTS replaced the DeVille. Now this 275 horsepower V8 was considered punchy and good takeoff from the line at 0 to 60 in 7.1 seconds, which I love to look up. And we have that because the 4 cylinders now are 7 seconds. So something to think about when we think, oh, these cars are so fast or whatever. Not really. For a big car, 115-inch wheelbase, it was pretty good then. It got good mileage, as GM's did. You know, on the highway, you can probably come close to 30 with this car if you're easy with it. A lot of room in it for Edna and all her friends to go to bridge or whatever else they're doing. All the tires match, and they're all scuffed the same way, basically. But the tires themselves all match, too, which is important that somebody replaced all 4 tires at once. We even had these, if you remember this, right, where the little arrow lit up in the mirror. Right, and it's also got blind spot. That's really something, you know, back then. It really is. People think, oh, that stuff just started 3 years ago, Mark. Not really. Not really. They've had it for a while. This one's the worst of all of them. You know, and that should be fixed. It would really help the car. I bet for the couple hundred you spend, you can add $750 to the price of the car. It would really look a lot better. So, cornering lamps. That's a thing that's gone by the wayside. This may not work. They kind of look like they're bent, so maybe we'd have to see what lights are on the car. Turn your turn signals on. This thing lights up the corner so you can see where you're going. So this would be a pretty good car. These Northstars have a head gasket problem that can be fixed. There's an aftermarket fix for it. Other than that, good. It only has, you know, it has under 40,000 miles, so maybe you want to cruise to work in luxury. I would say, normally I would say this is probably a $3,000 car, $2,500, but they probably have $99.95 or something like that, just knowing the other prices of this place. Still something to consider. Maybe a test drive, get you back in nostalgia. All right, so thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon on the lot.